kids. All right. All right. Mm, This is the village. Hmm. I don't need it. Where Miss Ruth said to meet. Here? There's stone. Come this way.
So then, you came, you said.
Yes, it's taken a bit. There's a lot that was going on.
Well, welcome to our little village.
Alright. Last time I remember being this close was, well, Moga. When,
He is a sight to behold, isn't he?
yes, and it was a sight to see with his queen. I do wish
So,
that. Sorry.
what is it you wish to learn?
I actually wish to learn a bit of how he came to be.
Has a tale that I remember when I was a child. We all call him the Knight. I called him friend for a while. I still do.
But how he came to be was a tale known by the ancients. Well, known by many at least today, who still follow the Sapphire in her ways. There was a mighty battle. Do you remember seeing a Dragonator inside Sapphire?
I couldn't tell from where we were hiding when she was first out, and I hadn't seen her a lot.
Well, there was one planted in her back. Once that first landed in her back, she did not have a knight. The Commission attacked her way long ago, and she treated for some time. They believe she was dead from the injuries.
Hmm.
When she bled, she left behind a lot of blood. This blood transmitted through its way through the ecosystem, into rivers and streams, into meat, flowers, and things like that. Multiple creatures begin to gorge themselves on this energy. Many would die, being overwhelmed by the immense power that was withheld within the blood. There was one, though, a Devil Joe. It tried to consume the energy, and then consume the source. It became what would make the foundation to other Sapphire Star beings besides the Elder Dragons. But this Devil Joe was hungry for power. And it ate and ate and ate until it met the Sapphire Star herself. Well, the Sapphire at least. By dropping the star that it would once do, the Sapphire, the Emperor, it obliterated the Devil Joe. Then Thrathalos came. Before this, he was an Azure. An Azure Rathalos. He was fairly young to his own degree. And everything else seemed to just fade away, I guess. He was lighter. Lighter than most things I would know. But he drank the energy and became this, and immediately went up to confront the Sapphire Star, Sapphire. But instead of attacking, he showed submission. He showed compassion. And Sapphire returned as such. A link was made. A link that would bind them for years and years to come. And even now, in her passing, her connection is still there, keeping him alive, keeping him the way he is. Remember what I talked about in the communications? The Sapphire Star, Sapphire, and Thrathalos going around different areas with high mana residue left over that were terraforming the ecosystem in their own wake.
Yeah.
He has shown remarkable changes as his energy absorption is getting to a point that I can't even comprehend. He is getting stronger, more able to consume more and more as time goes on. I believe that her last parting gift to him was the ability to train just as much as she can, so he can continue to keep the ecosystems in check, but at a rate a lot more preserving.
I wish we knew what we did now when everything was going on with Safi. I didn't join the Grip till that was just beginning, all that happened.
Well, at times I did not understand Safi's actions. I personally thought that he was some sort of parasite. No offense to him, at least. He knew this for a while. I didn't know what relevancy took place in. Because I didn't understand. Yes, I remember. And I many times I have apologized. But genuine. But when it came down to meetings of the species, he was seen as an outcast. You can't really come back to your own species when you look like this.
Yeah.
Rathians were Rathians were liking him, but the immense power he had made him more of a danger to them. Their nesting grounds were constantly raided by powerful and powerful threats seeking to fight him, but they would only find the Rathians in turn. They saw him as great competition until Sapphire even had to intervene due to the loss of life was getting too fast. She knew it was not his fault. It was the creatures in the area wanting constant competition and wanting to prove their worth. Many died. Many died. So she simply removed him from the equation, as she did something in her body that made it so creatures did not recognize them to the extent of power and could not sense them as easily. That was probably why she was so caught off the radar for so long, and why he is so elusive today. She deliberately separated themselves from the food chain, and when she did this, he does not need to hunt, he does not need to drink, he does not need to do anything of the sorts. The only thing he needs to do is sleep and rest. Other than that, his power, refined, his strength, divine. Everything about him making, as his whole being, is as strong as it will ever be. But it can get stronger. But in time, we'll need to see what comes next.
I ask a lot of this because I have asked my clan, and they are very old, back from the frontier, and even a few beyond that. But they've never once heard of this, the Sapphire Stars at all.
Sapphire Stars and the Frontier are a very dodgy game. Sapphire herself has never strayed too far into the Frontier, only making brief visits. They have their own way of keeping mana flow and other things in check, so why would she ever need to go over there? Him, on the other hand, he made frequent visits in early stages, but not to the point where he could be seen very easily, at least. He was elusive. Very elusive.
You get confused
His
for...
sons could not be detected.
He also could be confused for one of the frontier species out there.
So yes, most likely that was the case.
So
Hunters did have reports of trying to hunt him. Him being some odd variant that would like to be some sort of trophy, as some hunters would like to assume to be. But he was told to only stay elusive. They were able to manage to get a cannonball shot on him with no avail, though. No visible damage. He's tougher than he looks. He has never fully engaged hunters in a full outright brawl for no reason. He's been told to explicitly stay away and stay hidden. But then the Iron Grip came along. Changed the rules a little bit with the excess mana flow. So he had to be called into action more times than most and exposed himself. But Sapphire did not mind, seemingly, since the Grip was good at keeping secrets. Even ones that should be told to a greater wide people.
I know I probably won't get some answers, and I don't want to anger him at all with mentioning of some of the others, but there's a thing that each of the elders that are the Sapphire Star have their own ward, I guess would be the best term. The Sapphire has Night, Judgment has Tarn, and then the last one, whose name I won't mention, my own fear. At least in
He
theory.
has no one.
Then the Dodogama is his own thing?
Yes.
Oh. And I guess of them all, the Knight and the Dodogama are, I won't say ally, but more neutral.
Hephaestus is the Dodogama, by the way.
Oh.
That is his name. He lies under a village hidden within the leaves and tundra, between the tundra and the volcanoes, between the sky and the land. Underneath the village, surrounded by green and farming. He is nearly the same size as Tarn, and he powers one of the greatest blacksmithing areas in the entirety of Astera.
Oh.
The armor there is simply, to their extent, divine blessings of their own. That is where this hunting horn was made. I always say people I got it from a hunter from a nearby way, but this hunting horn was blessed by him directly. I asked for it to be made. That's why every time I play my certain song, I'm able to soothe anyone who comes near me. I'm also able to bring in invaders to my will. With a simple song.
Oh.
If I ever get into a situation where I need to, I can call the nearest invader. And to them I am invisible to the naked eye, and they are immediately hostile to anything that has threatened me. But yes, Hephaestus has blessings. Be for on and on. The hunters there who get their armor forged are ones that will even go to the extent of living in the frontier, their armor keeping them safe and protected from any and all creatures within it.
Hmm. Is he doing alright though after what? Because all I have is just reading the reports from others. I wasn't there personally.
He's not much of a talker, but he's not the greatest in feeling. It's kind of hard to imagine that he was controlled by chaos for so long and then got free, only to be reprimanded and maimed by Tarn. Tarn was out of line, like he always is. It's only a matter of time until Judgment figures it out. And he has gone rogue again.
But until that time, he is basically at his own free will to do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I am afraid so. This place is a safe haven. We constructed barriers and artifacts around here. So if only Sapphire Star creatures underneath Sapphire Jiva, like him, can see this place and enter freely. Tarn and Chaos are unable to see this place or grant access, no matter how much power they try or how much they try to will themselves into getting in here.
Another one, Chaos. Did he work differently? 'Cause he's an elder, but
He is not an original Sapphire Star. It was another, before Chaos. The Sapphire Jiva you once knew had a sister. A Xenojiva that never made it to Sapphire Jiva status.
desert.
She was killed, and her remains lie in the deserts. Untouched. Preserved. The energy still flowing through her day to day as a remembrance of what jealousy was to become of it. In my dreams, I learned that Judgment was the reason for her downfall. And that's why Chaos was born.
Wait. You're saying Judgment made Chaos? More or less?
Judgment did not make Chaos. More or less, Chaos received aid from Judgment. What my Sapphire told me before her passing. Our sister was rambunctious, but did not follow the natural order to the most extent. Judgment's role is to keep the natural order. They will do reckless things, getting into reckless behaviors and getting into all sorts of mischief. And her having the power to sometimes even rival him at times made it difficult for him to directly intervene. Their mother, the original Sapphire, forbid them from intervening on a combat-to-combat basis. And she knew this. So she abused it, and would only do her actions in open line of sight, so Judgment could never fully intervene. So Judgment did something he could only think of doing to mitigate this. A wild Shigarmagala was found. This one would be chaos. He granted the Shigarmagala a higher level of intelligence, and told it, if it wanted greater power, all it would need to do was defeat the Xeno'jiiva. And so, with a mixture of a lot of trickery, intelligence, maneuverability, and judgment, planting the seed for what now is chaos, the Xeno'jiiva was slain, but the outcome that Judgment wanted did not come to pass. Chaos was worse, as he proceeded to abuse his power instantly. And Judgment, now that he is a Sapphire Star, realized he cannot harm Chaos directly. That now he is family, and the Sapphire forbids them from fighting.
That's why Judgment is so hard bent on even telling those that are in a way under him to kill Chaos, and those that work with Chaos.
Because he is unable to physically act on it.
So he uses the people to do so.
Yeah, as expected. If you wish to take out your anger, right over there, like you've been doing all day. Yeah, chaos is a sensitive topic around him.
Right. I didn't mean to anger him.
You're fine. This is just something that's happened.
It is interesting, though, of Arathalos being to this extent. The only other, I guess, legendary Rathalos I've ever heard of was one from, I think the name of the village was Kontumo or something, and off our island of Riders. There is something of their legend is known as Raisewing Rathalos.
We've heard of that, surprisingly enough. And I don't know, but I get a feeling that my Sapphire has led a gift for this one. But I am unsure. But is there anything else you need to know? I do not want to hold him up from anything else, and I do not want to cut into your life directly.
Yeah, I guess the only one, but I don't know if there could be an answer for it, is the last one. The one that doesn't have a ward and his name shouldn't be said. At least what he is. Does he have his own title?
The one that Judgment gave to him was the eldest. Judgment conscripted people's minds to believe that he was this all-knowing, all-wise eldest one, to hide the true horrors of what he is. He is not the eldest one, child. That is Kantar. Doomsday.
Mm.
It's okay. It's... Damn it.
Doesn't like that name either, I guess.
Kantar is the original destroyer of this world. He is dormant. If he awakens, child, he will bring catastrophic cataclysms and events onto this world unlike any I have seen before.
He's
He will reset everything.
the one from Ancient Stories?
The raging white god. If he awakens, everyone will be in danger. Even the Sapphire herself.
In a sense, I wish I didn't ask, but if I didn't ask, we wouldn't know what we'd be looking at.
I can only tell you to say this. You can tell anyone about this conversation within your group. They need to know the truth. Judgment has been hiding the truth about the eldest one. He is not the eldest. He's an evil deity that will reset anything if he is awakened. There are cults out in the frontier who wish to bring him to life. But we have no idea where they're at.
If you wish, actually, I can talk to my clan. They have very deep connections to the frontier, and maybe they could help find these cults out.
I only say this with respect for your clan. Do not send them to a fight. Do not send them to a talk. This clan is dangerous. If your clan goes out there, they may not come back.
I won't then.
These are dangerous people.
This isn't really Sapphire Star, but something I remember from a man named Mr. Sampson. He was a former of Jason's gallery, but I remember him telling stories from his journal of, well, his father's old legends, and one always caught my eye, and I don't know if it was a thing. All it was given of it was the devil. I don't know
Well,
if
then.
that's a thing or not. This story, but
Well, I
seeing them.
can confirm nor deny its existence. But I think we need to wrap today's talk up for now.
Right,
I have many matters we can attend to.
and I
It is
need
getting
to mention this to everyone, especially the future threat. Thank you, Miss Roots.
May the Sapphire Star guide you, my child. And please inform the rest of your guild members about what I've said here today.
I will be.
This is no secret. They need to know. They all do.
Starts to make me question the commission and how much they actually are hiding.
The Commission hides things from the public. They're more or less of safety. If this information got out to the wider public, chaos would ensue. Consume the minds of many. They'd only tell this information at a gradual rate to not spread wise mass panic.
Right. As a feature, is it alright if I come and visit from time to time as well?
At least announce yourself before anything else.
Of course I will.
Hail us with a winged drake or a messenger hawk, and so we know you're on your way.
Mhm.
But I must go check on him.
Mm.
Make sure he is okay.
Yes, and do tell him I apologize for bringing up some things.
We'll understand.
Mm.
But I must go.
Alright, thank you. This is a lot bigger. I need to write this down and send this out. Boom.
You
Wee-oo.
whisked away.
Yay. Also, fuck!
You bear.
Avery thinking, oh, there's gonna be only small things, discovers that the big end guy is literally the one.
Shattering news.
Avery hearing that is like,
Ring.
okay, so this is the actual one, not the one that people fought in history and trade, because apparently all the world stuff is canon. At least that's what I guess. So that Fatalis wasn't the true one. So it's like, oh shit, this is the original from the Dragon Wars.
Yep.
Judge it, man. I really hope no one starts worshiping the Elder.
Yeah. However,
People start worshiping the Elder.
I also like the little plug of the devil. I don't know if that'd ever actually be a thing, but I kind of hope it would.
Honestly, I'll think about it right now. I'm sniffling like a mofo, so
Yeah. Let me end stream because I do have some things I'd like to mention. I just gotta send my people elsewhere so they don't get spoilers. Well, I say people, but I don't think anyone's watching my stream other than bots. 'Cause I got like 3 of them today.
Well, Gundam's
It's not anymore.
Let me, I'm just gonna eat them at, Guns is still streaming.
Mark.
I think I got
I
it.
used it.
Luckily, this is stream 2, so if I forget bits, I'll just look back on the stream. Oh shit, there's actually someone watching. Thank you, random person that's watching. There are 2. What the fuck, where these people come from? Who the fuck are you? Anyways, have fun with Guns.